Come on in, everybody.
Hello.
It takes 30 seconds for it to even.
I know.
You just get in. You like to do your Mrs. Doubtfire, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Make sure my volume's down.
That's right. And the other phone. Okay, so let's see who all is here.
I know, you're up to 13 already.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even have everyone added.
I know.
Well, what do you got happening there? You saying hello to everyone?
Well, I'm gone. Hi, Madison. Hi, Jean. Hi, Sue. Fran. Hello, everyone.
Okay, let's see. Done. All
Hi,
right,
Kristen,
I see
Tatum.
Madison. I see
Angie
Janet
Birch.
Rose. Hi. I was just thinking about you today. Kristen Lafrida Wenzel, Jean, Madison,
Franzenberg.
Laura,
Oh,
Nancy.
You want to talk about that card?
Yeah, in a minute.
Okay.
Julie, Angie, Karen.
Queensland. Hi, Deb Mundy.
Who's where? Sherry Braylon, hello. Hi, Deb from Queensland, huh? That's like
Australia.
other side of the world, like completely the
Yeah,
other side of the
it's like
world.
tomorrow there.
So I wonder what time it is there.
Deb,
Deb, what time is it there? It is 7 p.m. our time, but that is...
Beth Ann from Philadelphia.
You're welcome for thinking of you. I'll have to send you a message and tell you why, but... Hi, Brenda. Hi, Nancy. Nancy, second time talking to you today. So, how's everyone going? Doing? Going? Doing?
Doing. Everybody
Staying?
doing.
It was
Everybody
a beautiful day here today. And I think it's supposed to be a beautiful day tomorrow. But I think it's supposed to be rainy this weekend. Is
Yeah, chances of rain.
that? I'm so sick of the rain.
My mud's drying up, so it needs to rain some more.
Yeah, really. Did you see out on the south end on the west side? Did you see the big where the sump pump drains?
Mm-hmm.
I just noticed that I could see that from the window today.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
I think we just...
Throw some rock on it or something.
You know what we should do? Hi, Joyce. Hi, Laura. It's 10 a.m. Thursday in Queensland. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Such a funky concept.
Huh? Yeah.
It's like completely on the other side of the world. Well, at least it's 10 a.m. and so that's not like... I mean, that's...
She's having her coffee.
Yeah, she's... Well, no.
Or tea or whatever they drink.
She could... Well, I think they drink those things. Coffee and tea. Yeah, I don't think that there's... So, everybody, we don't have a whole lot of announcements tonight, but we have a few things to discuss. One, about how many weeks away are we, Bill, from the new catalog release?
I think we're 3.
About three weeks away. He always keeps such a good countdown, a click.
Yeah.
There's Don Lawrence on here. Say hi to Donnie. He doesn't think that you're real. Yes, it was a beautiful day, Karen. Thanks, Joyce. I can't say that anymore. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but I'm not supposed to say the shared word anymore because of Facebook rules. So
We're spreading the word.
we're spreading the word. That's kind of what we're doing. Tell a friend, tell the world. So, Mother's Day, we do have something to talk about. I rescued a little dog, Izzy, we call her, short for Isabel. And hi, Kathy. Come on in. And she is a Chiweenie, which is part Dachshund, part Chihuahua. So Chiweenie, Chai, wiener dog. Anyway, and I remember the first time that I saw her, I thought she was the goofiest looking thing ever because I'd never seen a dog like that before. And and she had all sorts of problems. She was abused, and of course I was the right person at the right time that walked in and said, I'm going to take that responsibility on. So thank you to my daughter for encouraging that, because she's just turned out to be just the sweetest little angel to have in our household. And she was older when we got her, so she must be around 12, 13 now. She's got a lot of problems. In fact, she had been kenneled her whole life. Anyway, it's a tragic story. So she doesn't get out a whole lot. She's an older lady, and we took her.
Miss Izzy.
Yeah, you were driving Miss Izzy. So on for Mother's Day weekend, we drove to his parents, and then we drove over to my parents, and then back home. So Izzy got the ride of her life, and on the way down, she was alert and happy to his parents. On the way over to my mom, we were on our way home. She's like, "Don't hit a bump." It was so cute. So anyway, she was our passenger for the day.
Yep.
And she's still in recoup mode. Now, speaking of Nancy Franzenberg, I just have to share with you guys. I got a card in the mail today, and I love this little piggy. I think is actually the name of that stamp set. And so what she did was so absolutely so incredible. She took the this is from, I think it's Varied Vases, which we're actually going to be using this set tonight. And she made these little flowers coming up. And is this from, I think this is the stems from the abstract. I can't think of what it's called. Abstract. I can't think of what it's called. Where's Joy? Where's Joy? Joy always knows what it is. And anyway, she made that as the little grass, and this little, he says, "Hope your day blooms with happiness." Isn't this cute? And then she even did the inside of the card. This is for a card challenge with my pearls, and I thought this was so cute. So I just wanted to share this on Facebook today. Speaking of my pearls, my team's growing. Hello, everyone who's here. Have you seen Tater or
Franklin? No.
No, Franklin. Hi, Franklin. Hi, Colton.
Kristen's on there.
Oh, okay, Kristen is.
Mm-hmm.
Then Colton, Franklin probably heard that. So, anyway, if you're interested in learning how to get a discount on every one of your orders, so if you're a big crafter, be a Pearl. Join my Pearls team. The only other announcement that I have tonight that I want to let everyone know about is Piccadilly Perks. So Piccadilly Perks is a rewards program that's just offered through me, not through Stampin' Up. And it is a rewards program where you can earn free product for of your choice for just being my customer. And how it works is that you're gonna, every letter of Piccadilly, there's 10, every $35 purchase you'll get a letter for each. So if you purchase $70, you're going to get a P and an I. If you purchase another $70, you'll still have your P and I, and you're going to get a C and a C. So and I'm going to send that via email confirmation, so you know where you are as you go. I keep track of it. Then once you get all the letters corrected, you're going to earn a shopping spree through my online store, just through me. That's totally free. So I'm going to give you a choice of up to $25 worth of product plus free tax and free shipping. So it's about a $35 value. This is going on now. I'm just trying this temporarily this year just to see how it goes, and the offer's good until January 31st, 2020. So it doesn't expire right away. It gives plenty of time for you to earn your Piccadilly Perks.
Franklin says he loves you.
I love Franklin too. He's so cute. Awesome. Okay. So since we're not allowed to say the word,
Spread the word.
we're going to ask that you spread the word. And what's the best way to spread the word?
To like it to your own page.
Yes. Like it to your own page. We're talking around it. Tell the world about Piccadilly Stampin', and you will be entered into a drawing. And so we're going to do things a little bit different today. We're going to go ahead and start with a drawing, because I was surprised when I first found out the past couple weeks that I couldn't say the share word, that people were still sharing, and it touched my heart so much, you guys. It really did, and I appreciate that so much. So we're gonna just go ahead and do a drawing, because I saw that people were continuing to do that, and I thought, well, we can get around this. We can get around Facebook. We could just say, tell the world, tag a friend, that type of thing. Okay, so you ready to do some drawing? I got the names in here, you guys. There was quite a few, and unsolicited, so I really appreciate that. So
France Eldridge.
France
Just got on, too.
Awesome. And what did she get on?
Yep.
Yay! Okay, that's our first one. You ready for another one?
Oh, sure.
What happened?
I'm just saying hello to France.
Oh, okay. All right.
Suzanne, Terry, Pepper?
Let me see. Piper?
Oh,
yeah. Suzanne. Oh, wow. I know that. Suzanne, you're going to have to send me your address, because that's the first time you have ever been in my drawing before. So that's awesome. Okay. And then one more. Let me shake it up.
One more.
Okay.
Cynthia Howard.
Oh, I don't know Cynthia
Another
either.
new
Somebody new. So Cynthia and Suzanne, I'm going to need your address. What you guys have won is some hand stamped cards from me. So awesome, you guys. I will get those out in the mail for you. And France, I believe I have your address, so you don't need to send that to me again. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's get to some Stampin', shall we? Is there anything else, or any comments or anything?
Congratulations to all the winners. Woo!
You know what? And it really did absolutely touch my heart that I had so many spreads. We're going to call them spreads or something else. All right. So I'm very saddened, because when I first saw this stamp set, I thought, not my thing. I don't really live in a deserting area. But then I started doing some really wonderful stuff with it, and I've done a couple different examples. Some have been very bright, and so this one is going to be more on subtles. I do a lot of brights. I like brights, you guys. It's my favorite color palette that we have. I tend to go always to the brights. So I've been challenged actually by a friend of mine to try some different things. So we're going to go out of my comfort zone, and we're going to go to subtles tonight. And there's going to be, I always like to do a theme, you guys know that, but you're not going to know my theme until the end of this, and it'll make perfect sense. So this is Flowering Desert. Like Bill said, there is 3 weeks left before this beautiful stamp set retires, and I am actually very sad. And I don't know, sometimes after stuff retires, I sell my stuff, but I might keep this one. I really ended up liking it a lot. So I'm using mint macaron, and I almost called it macaroon.
Macaroni?
Yeah, because doesn't a macaroon sound good? So as a card base, and this is a photopolymer stamp set, meaning it's one of the clear ones. So I want to get out my Stampin' Pearson mat, because it gives a better image if you have something with just a little bit of cush. And you'll see my next stamp set, I believe, is a rubber stamp set, so they have the foam cushion underneath, so you don't really need that with that. But with this one, we're going to do that. And I'm going to take an image piece here for the middle, and this is cut at 3 by 4 1/4. And we're going to a little bit more. Is that better? Tell me if that's any better. And we're going to start off with some mint macaron. Now, one of the things that I noticed is I'm down to only 4 of the old stamp colors left in the old stamp cases. And one of the things that I have noticed is the new colors come and they're very saturated ink pads. And the reason why I'm telling you about this now is because it affected some of my stamping right away. And so I'm just going to show you really quickly. I always use the back of a plastic spoon. I save the same one and I use it several times. But while I'm getting used to this, I'm having to, can you see the color change? Let me get this. I'm having to kind of push that color back down. Can you see that? I don't know if that shows very well, Bill.
A little bit.
Okay. Well, if I push that down, then all I have to do is just clean this a lot, I think. They've just sent them fairly saturated. So I'm going to start off with that. And the big... What is this? I know there's a name for this.
It's a block?
No, this...
Cactus.
Well, I know it's a cactus, Bill, but I think it has a special name.
Oh.
So I'm going to start off with this image, and I'm going to ink it up. And of course, like always, I always tell you guys... Okay, that's good. I don't care if it's rustic and not completely filled in, by the way, for this, what I'm about to do. And I'm going to start this kind of high up on the top, which is something different for me, too. Normally, I always try to do them down low and have a sunset, at least in all the other ones that I've done. Ooh, came out very nice.
Joyce says it's a slow. I mean, I can pronounce that.
Joy, you're going to have to break it down for him.
Cactus?
See, I'm so glad she's here because I have a feeling that with the way my day's been going, I'm going to screw up and I need someone to kind of blame them with it. So then in this stamp set, and I know you're not going to be able to see on the clear, but there's like these little pricklies, and I'm going to use that on the base. Did she break it down for you?
She did.
I knew she would. And I'm going to do just a little bit of background stamping because I love it.
I think it looks cool when you do that.
Yeah. I don't want to do too much. Let me see where I'm at. But I wanted to use it. Oh, that's good enough. Just a little bit in the background while I had this ink pad still out. This is the Mint Macaron. Okay. Now... I'm going to go over to the Regals and I'm going to get the shaded spruce. And this one is definitely saturated. It's just like pitch black. But I'm going to stamp off. So I'm going to go back to my image and I want to get, I don't know what this one's called. It's this little image. It's cactus, right? So we're going to, I might just go, well... see what, no, I am going to stamp off a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty dark.
Yeah, they're just so saturated. And I'm going to put that right beside it, kind of up more towards the top. And that's it for this color. Let's go with some Pear Pizzazz. It's a different kind of green. And I'm going to use this knobby. I have no idea what it is. Let's see what this looks like. There we go. Yeah. I have no idea what it is, but I'm using it. And I'll kind of stick that beside it there. I maybe could have stamped off on that. And let's get So Saffron for the little ferny things that came in it. I don't know what these are, but I just use them. And I'm going to use full strength since I made that one a little. We'll have this one going, what, maybe a little over here and a little farther up there. Cute, cute. So these, this is very fun stamping because it's simple. It's very, very simple. I haven't done anything other than just stamp the 2 pieces of paper. Now I'm going to pull in a 3rd piece. This is a 1 by 3 inch piece, and I have in here, You're So Awesome. I could do any other one, but I really think I like the font of this. And you know what? I think I'm going to go Pear Pizzazz with this. And I'm going to go and I'm going to kind of center this the best I can with a phone. Kind of like how that turned out. All right, let's clean up this mess. Or I will have ink. Any questions or anything?
No.
Other?
I love it. A lot of hearts.
I have a lot of stamping tonight, so let's start doing some building. Okay, I want to take this and I'm going to pop this up. I think I'm going to glue it back first. What looks... I'm going to glue this down with my green glue because I'm going to need to kind of center this. And down just a little bit. Once I get it into place, glue it down. This stuff is pretty sticky. Let's get some dimensionals and pop these up. Okay. We're going to go right about there so that there's a little gap. Okay, this is just stamp inks and paper. This is a zip card. There's not much to it, in soft pastels, easy. You can do this 100 different ways. This is just the first card. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Do they like it? Maybe I should give them a moment to see it. I'm not going to need that for the next one. What's anybody saying?
Saying hi to everybody and talking about how they missed Joy the past couple weeks.
I've missed Joy. Who am I supposed to blame anything on? If you can't blame... Hi, Marcia. I just saw Marcia. Hi, Brenda. Wow.
And they also said keep your scrap paper because it looks so pretty.
This one?
Yeah.
Cute. Okay, let's get out the next one. Now this one has... It's still going to be in the pastels, and I wanted to do something different. So we've got a lot of stamping in this. This is varied vases, and a lot of times people look at one stamp set, and so this was the perfect timing because my good friend Nancy used this stamp set in a whole different way than what it was really kind of intended for. There is a punch that goes along with this, and if you purchase it now in the next 3 weeks, it saves 10%. It will be carrying over to the new catalog, but then it will not have that extra value on it. But what's really cool is how versatile, and so I thought, how appropriate. I was going to save some of the cards that my team girls are sending to me to show for next week, but this just proves the point. She's used 3 different stamp sets here. She used the Hoping Your Day Blooms with Happiness, and then the flower stamp sets. She used, there's some, I think it's called Abstract something. Where's Joy? Joy always knows. And then she used this little piggy to make this one card, which is fantastic. So that's exactly what today is about. Is I'm going to show you how to do something different than what a stamp set is originally featured as. So we're going to use the varied vases, and let's get this out. Now, I'm going to give these measurements here. So I have a piece of 3x3 Whisper White, a piece of 3 1/8 by 3 1/8 of the Calypso Coral, and then this is Blushing Bride, and I have this cut at 8 by 4, which is an unusual size for me, but this is going to be our card base. Now it'll end up being a 4 by 4 card. Now, since Joy's here, I just want to say that there's no additional postage on a 4 by 4. If you go to a 5 by 5, there is additional postage. But on a 4 by 4, you can stick this right into your regular A2 envelope, and it does it's a little roomy on the edge, but it will fly in the mail. So, and then I have a piece of crumb cake, and this is cut at 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, so those are the dimensions. Let's get stamping. And you know what, I lied, because this actually is a photopolymer stamp set too, so I will pull this back out and I will bring this back in. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to start with a lot of color, and I think what I'll do is I'm going to start with the Blushing Bride. This, when I pulled this out from my old Blushing Bride, it's so saturated with ink, I did have to go in, and I can see where it's pooled back again, which is good. It's not going to dry out for a while, but I am going to have to, for a time period, go in and just push that ink down so I don't get such a saturated image. Now, I don't know, maybe you can see it more on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Can you?
Yeah,
so
it's white almost.
Well, it's not white, but yeah, it does. It lightens up so that you can stamp your image. And on this one, this is a trick. So this image is right here, and it's got a stem. And I want to just use this image, and I don't want the stem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on a smaller block, and it sticks. So that I can just get what I want off of it. So I can go in and ink it. See how it sticks? Well,
I can see it. We can see it on there.
Okay. So I'm going to put this on here, and let's see. I want a little on and a little off. And I'm going to turn it all around. Maybe just a little there. Okay, we'll start off like that. And this was the Blushing Bride. So this makes this color. If I would have stamped it, and actually I'm going to just show you really quick while I have this out. So I'm going to take this in this dark section and ink up that flower. The color is just too dark. So anytime you have one over inked, they tell you you can take and press some of the ink out, but then I don't know, I guess I'm too cheap to take the ink out, because then you're just gonna have to put it back in when it dries anyway. So yeah. I don't know, personal preference. Okay, I want Calypso Coral, and I might as well get out some Daffodil Delight while I'm here. So Calypso Coral, let me open this one up. And I want there's two little kind of flowers. I want the one that has the bigger open center. I'm going to put full strength with the outline. Let's do like that. Then there is like a flat piece that you can do to like color it in. So what I want to do is, I know that this is dark, but I don't want to take the time to push it in. So all I'm going to do is stamp it off. And some people like to match them up completely. I am weird like that. I feel like it looks artistic. Sometimes I just don't match mine up. At least not on purpose. That one kind of matched up on purpose. I kind of like what it looks like having a little bit of white showing and a little bit of off-centered. I mean, to each their own. Now I am going to have to clean. Got to get these arthritic hands. Once those get used a little bit, they do loosen up. I need to do a cleaning of this, and while I'm here, I'm going to clean my. So I just use this over and over and over again.
Well, there went my spoon. My pudding without my spoon.
You don't need any pudding. Okay. What? Don't act surprised. All right, so I'm going to go in here now, and I'm going to go full strength with the other little flower. I just ran my finger right through that. Yuck. Are you laughing at me?
I am. At least I'm not the only one that sticks his fingers in the ink.
And I'm going to fill it in. Maybe that's all I want. And then I'm going to come back in the middle section where I had pushed this down earlier. I'll do it again so you can see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back in with that flat section. I'm still going to stamp off, so I want it a little lighter. And then I have I'm going to go back in. Here is another image that I didn't have loaded on a stamp. The stamp is way too big for it, but I've had to use my stamps for all these crazy Stampin' projects here today. Okay, so I'm going to get this kind of in the darker section of my ink pad. And then let's pull this one around there. This block is too big for this one there. You get the idea. I'm kind of filling it in. That's pretty good. And then I'll use we're going to go full strength on this one. Okay, so I've basically made my own little DSP. Any questions?
In awe.
In awe?
I'm in awe.
You personally?
Me personally. In
Okay.
awe. You did a beautiful job on that.
Okay. Well, thank you. Now let me show you what I'm going to do. After I clean this all up before I run my thumb through it again. That tends to be my MO. You know, people worry about their photopolymer stamps getting stained, and I always wonder about that because I'm the absolute opposite. I like them to stain so that I can see when I'm stamping through.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody does their own thing.
Oh, you mean the stamp itself?
Yeah, Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to hook this at an angle on my coordinating piece of cardstock and figure out which way I like it best. I like that. Okay, and since it's at an angle, I want to kind of keep that glue pretty much towards the center because I don't want it showing through my project. Okay, there we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, actually, I'm going to go ahead and glue this right down because it'll make a difference onto my project base. I love these little cards. It's still a cute little card. And you know, you can have it be a tent card like this, or you could have it like this, whichever you preferred. I just wanted mine as a tent card. Okay. I am going to use, normally I stamp in black in most cases, but our early espresso is a very, very dark brown. So I'm going to stamp in early espresso, and I just want to give you a tip. So when I do especially these word stamps in photopolymer, I always try to use a stamp block that's bigger than what the photopolymer is. And the reason why is because then when you're positioning it, you can see through to know if you're positioned where you want to be. The other thing that I do is when I'm hooking them on, I usually, like for this particular one, I'm right-handed, so I hook it over to the right side when it's laying flat and upside down, because when I go to stamp, I'm more apt to stamp and look through here. I don't know if that helps anyone, but it does me. So I'm going to take that piece of crumb cake that was 3.5 by 3/4 inch, and I'm going to ink it up. Okay, now I do have the phone right in my brow, so don't sneeze. Hoping your day blooms with happiness, okay? Oh, you know what? I just did that wrong. I was so worried about getting that even that I didn't move it over and telling you about how to stamp it. So good thing there's two sides to every paper. I want this more off to the right-hand side because I'm going to do a little embellishment. And is it even? Please be even. Not bad. Instant replay. Let's bring my card back. So I feel like with all the fun color here, we have, now this is still good. It's the double stitched ribbon. It's the 1/4 inch, and it is in the Daffodil Delight. I love this. There's two sides to this. I'm a huge fan with this, with the Calypso Coral and the Blushing Bride. I would have never have ever put that combination together, but look at how, for pastel colors other than this one, it's pretty vibrant. So I want a little piece of this, and I don't like the angle that this is cut on, so I'm going to cut this angle a little better. About to there, and I'm going to cut this angle the same direction, so we'll go there. Let's see, about like that. Perfect, perfect. So this is, there's still 3 weeks left if you want to order that. Otherwise, then it will not be current anymore. So let's take this, and you can use whatever you want. I love using the fast fuse and I want to use it till it goes, but I need to show some other things once in a while. So we're going to use a little piece. You don't need a whole piece of this, but this is tear and tape. It's going to hold this ribbon down pretty good, so I don't need the full length of it, just to go across and hold it into place. And I think I'm going to have it come kind of right across the bottom there. Big thing that I've learned is if you can get it on here and seal it down, it tends to peel up easier. But there we go. Boom. So I'm going to put this right across here. And trust me, that is secure. That's going to stay secure. All right. I want to pop this up, so let me get some more dimensionals. Excuse me. Sometimes if you take your thumbnail and put it in the dimensional, it makes it easier to pop up. So I'm going to put this just going right across here. Well, okay, we have these leaf trinkets. They're so pretty, and when I was casing this card, I didn't have what they used, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute. So I'm just going to take a glue dot and stick it right on here, like so. And then I use the bronze. You could use whatever you wanted, but I think since these are warmer colors, I thought that was very pretty. And then I just have a piece of baker's twine. This is just the white baker's twine. And I made just a little bitty bow. And I'm going to use a glue dot again. And when I'm doing these, I just like to fold them so that there's less surface area showing. And stick it on the back of the baker's twine, because then you can usually just put it where you want it. And I like how that, oh, that was it. Okay then. Now this is just a tad long. So, what do you guys think of that? Can they see it? So I've got two cards here. Now, this is Stamps Paper ink. I guess it does have a dimensional in there, but it is Stamps Paper ink. This is just doing the same thing, Stamps Paper ink, but then I added a couple embellishments. I added the trinket, I added the baker's twine, and then I added that little bit of ribbon just to make a cute little embellishment. I also, instead of having it line up perfectly, I have just a little bit of an edge for some color without just a matting. Now let me tell you what my whole theme was today. So on this first card, you can actually find this, well, this is the set, in the, that's the second card, sorry. For the first card, you can actually find this in, mine's very similar to the one in the catalog, see? Why would I be showing people cards that are already done in the catalog?
Casing.
Casing. Copy and share everything. Casing is such an important thing, especially to a new stamper. These catalogs are not just to sell our products. These catalogs are to showcase wonderful things that you can do with these products. You don't have to be an artist to stamp. All you have to do is look at something and go, I think I can do something similar. And boy, I sure did, didn't I? That came out. Hey, kudos to me. So that was in our annual catalog. And so here's another tip that I would say. When I send you guys these catalogs, or when you get your catalog, save them from year to year. Because just like fashion, stamp trends come around, go around. This is a great way to use your stamps and get layout ideas. Stampin' Up! Pays a lot of money to make these catalogs. And so then this one, look at, I didn't have the button. So I just made it my own by using my own embellishment. But it's pretty much the same exact thing. This is on page 45 of the annual catalog that we only have, well, both of these, about 3 weeks left. So, what is everyone saying about, and see, mine's not, they're all going to come out a little bit different. So, not every idea has to be reinvent the wheel. Just look at something that you see in the catalog and, oh, I'd like to do this. But when I saw this today, I have had this catalog for a year. And actually I got it over a year because I went to On Stage last year when they came out. And I didn't notice that until yesterday. Go through your catalogs. They are a resource. They're a library for you. So that was my theme for tonight, was casing and why it's important. Now, usually we suggest that when you case, you change it up a bit. I didn't, because I just wanted to show you directly what was in the catalog and how you can make it beneficial to you. So, oh my gosh, I'm just not seeing anything on Pinterest that I like. No, well, take a layout. It wouldn't even have to be the stamp set, with a stamp set that you have, and make it your own. Okay, so that is our demonstration tonight. Were there any questions, Bill?
No,
okay.
I'm not seeing any. Just love the card.
I am really close.
Had some, but you answered it as you were going along.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Good. I have a host code. There's an Izzy hair now. Or maybe that's a Bill hair. You can never tell these days. It was gray. It must have been a Bill hair. Right out of that beard. So my host code, if you're planning on placing an order with me, is R2Y7ZZGY. And that is good until the end of this month, and then I'll have a new host code. If you are interested in any of these products, all you have to do is, I have a Facebook button right at the top of my page, and it's blue, and it says shop now, and that'll take you right to my store 24/7. You can shop in your jammies. Let me think, what else, Bill? Wasn't there something else? Oh, I know what else. So on top of the Piccadilly perks, I'm really close to my next level,
right.
like to title advancement. And any purchases that are made from tonight until next week will get, on top of getting the Piccadilly perks, I will also be sending hand-stamped cards to you. So, yeah, for any size order. I don't care what it is. But awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I have some stuff coming up the next couple weeks. And then we're going to be heading into some new supplies and new fun. So that's always exciting. But if you have any questions, send me a message. And thanks for stamping with me tonight. I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.